So in this video, I'll show you exactly step by step how to start getting clients for your freelance brand scaling service. I'm going to show you everything through how you can find the clients, how to outreach to them, in which I will give you scripts for you to do it and get your first results. And I will also show you how to run ads for your service. So pretty much I'm going to explain everything, like from A to Z, how you can start getting clients. So without further ado, let's get into the outreach methods first. So the first outreach method that I use is Instagram DMs. It's pretty simple. You just come onto the search menu and you just type the niche and the city you want to outreach to. So let's say I want to search for med spas in Arizona. I just come here and I just look for pretty much everything that's posted here is from people in that niche, in med spa niche, in the area. But sometimes it's personal brands, not really businesses, so you have to filter it a bit. But let's pick this one, for example. As you can see, this is a business and it's True Beauty Med Spa. But how do I check if they actually need ads? It's pretty simple. You just copy their username and you come into this website, which is Facebook Ad Library, and this allows you to see if the business is currently running ads or not. So I'll just select all ads and I'll just paste their username. And as you can see, they are not running any ads at the moment. And if you also want to check if they ran ads recently or if they ran any ads in the past, you can just disable this and it will pop up in here if they ran ads before. As you can see, this specific business didn't run any ads, so it's a good potential client. So from here, I can just find their phone number through their website, for example. Okay, let's just go to their website and I find their phone number and give them a call, or I find their email and send them an email, or I just send them the Instagram DM. It's pretty simple. Another way I use for outreach is through Facebook groups. So let's say you want to outreach to retailers in Arizona. A lot of groups will pop up in here, and you can just pretty much find retailers in the area through these groups. So as you can see, this guy posted that he's looking for retailers. So you can just come here and you already have your first lead via detailing, for example. Or you can scroll a little more and you have this guy right here, Elite Auto Wash and Detailing. And if you go to their profile, you're probably gonna find their phone number. And you can also find their name, like Jake Perry, and here you have their phone number. So this is a pretty solid way to look for retailers or for pretty much any type of business in the area. You can do this for plumbing, for PPF, for wherever you're trying to get into, and it works pretty well. So the third way that I do outreach is through Yelp. And you might be wondering, how though? It's pretty simple. Let's say I want to find plumbers in Arizona. As you can see, you have a list of hundreds of businesses in Arizona that do plumbing. I wouldn't personally outreach to the first ones that pop up because it's pretty much what everyone does. Like if the guy shows on the top of the search results, it's gonna get a lot of people calling him and offering the services. But you can just go like to the 4th or 5th page and start outreaching through here. So let's say this guy has 10 reviews, 6 reviews. Let's go with this guy, Tyson Plumbing. He doesn't have a lot of reviews, but he has pretty solid reviews. In here, you will find his phone number and you can give him a call, or you can just go to their website, which is the thing that I also do. And in the website, you can find a lot more information, like, for example, their email, a lot of the times. I mean, not here specifically, but you can find their Facebook, for example. Yeah, let's go to contact us just to check if you can actually find more stuff. Okay, not really. Yeah, but you can find their Facebook. And here you are. Here you have it. Yeah, and here you have the email, their phone number, and you can also check if they are running ads using the same method that I explained to you a couple of minutes ago. So the final method I use for outreaching is with Reddit. With Reddit is a little bit more difficult, but it can work, and I got clients, and pretty good clients, from Reddit. So you can just come into the search bar on Reddit and just type detailers, and you will be presented with a lot of groups in here. Let's say, for example, auto detailing. Yeah, I just opened this, and in here you will have access, especially in the comments, to a lot of people that do detailing, for example, or plumbing. There are groups for plumbing as well, so I can just search for plumbing communities, and you will find. Okay, I miswrote it. Wait, plumbing. Yeah, and you have lots of communities with not every single person in here is going to be a good potential person to outreach to, but you have to filter it, and you can find business owners in Reddit. I found business owners in Reddit before, and the thing with Reddit is you actually get a pretty good response rate compared to other platforms. At least for me, it's more difficult to close though, but you get a pretty good response rate if your message is clear. And in here, you probably want to give value first before just like sending him messages of promoting your services. You should probably just like answer their questions, or just outreach to them, just messaging them, answering their questions, and say, hey, but I can help you with this, or all that stuff. Don't just give them a straight sales pitch, because most of the times that's not really gonna work. So for cold outreach, this is pretty much it. And now I'm gonna get into the ads manager and show you exactly how to start running ads for your business and start getting your first leads. Now I'm gonna show you step by step how to create your ads. It's pretty simple. So let's just press this big green button and select leads, because we want to collect leads. We want people to fill out forms. So it's pretty much it. Pretty simple. And in here, you'll be presented with your campaign settings. You can give your campaign a name. Let's give it tutorial 1. And under the budget section, you'll have 2 options. If you select campaign budget, you're giving Meta full control on how to spend your budget. So if you have like 5 creatives, Meta can decide and just give one all the budget. That's pretty much it. But if you want to control how much each creative gets individually, you should select ad set budget. But keep in mind, this is going to give you a lot more work. It's better, at least I only use ABO at like 90% of the times, but it gives you more work because you have to keep controlling it every single day, or at least like once every 2 days, to actually optimize your ads. That's pretty much it. Also, if you select ABO, don't forget to turn off this setting, otherwise you won't have 100% control on how Meta spends your budget. It's pretty simple. Once you're in the ad set settings, you can give your ad set a name. Usually, I don't run feeds or stories in the same ad set. So if I wanna run ads to feed only, I'll just do it like this, like for example, feed, and let's say tutorial 1, because I want to run to feed and stories separately. I don't want to run it in the same ad set. Some people do it in the same ad set. I personally don't like it, because I like to have full control and have full data on which one works better. But it's pretty much just like you have to test it out and see how it works for you. So with your conversion location here, you're going to select if you want to send people to your website and make them can contact you or fill out a form from there, or if you want people to just fill out a form on Facebook. And that's pretty much it. For it to be more simple, I'm just going to select instant forms here. Then you're going to select your Facebook page, and on performance goal, you are always going to select maximize number of leads. Okay, not this one, maximize number of leads. On your budget, you can select the budget you want to give your ad set. Let's say I want to give each ad set $10 a day. I'll just do this. On the start date, you can select when do you want your ads to start running. So let's say I want my ads to start running tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll just put it like this. For end date, you can also select an end date. I don't usually do it, because if the ads are not performing, I just shut them off myself, or if I want to shut off the campaign, I'll just do it myself manually. So I don't usually do this. You can pretty much just go over this and don't change anything. Then you have your audience menu. In here you have location. Let's say you want to run ads to New York, for example. You just come here, select New York city, and in here you can select the radius. Let's say you want to select the radius of 30 miles. You can just adjust it here, and it will reach people in a 30-mile radius of your selected point. Also, don't forget to turn off the setting, otherwise you're going to reach people outside of the location you selected. Then you can open this menu. It says show suggestions, and let's say you want to run to med spas. You probably are not going to have any 18-year-old owning a med spa, or it's pretty unlikely. So you can filter, like, let's say I want my ads to show up to people between like 27 and 55. You can just do it like this, and it will only show up to people between 27 and 55. In here you can select the gender, and on detailed targeting you can add interests. Like for interests, if you have a super high budget, you can just like ignore interests, or doing like in a minimal way. You don't add a lot of interests, because you can just pretty much let your creative and your copy do all the filtering. But if you don't have a high budget, if you have a low budget, you want to add interests, so you limit the people you get to, and you are not getting just useless views, and that's pretty much it. The more budget you have, the less filtering or the less interests you need to have. The less budget you have, the more filtering and qualifying you need to add here. It's pretty much it. So let's say I want my ads to only reach people who have CEO job title. I'll just select this and come down here, job titles, Chief Executive Officer and Founder, or Owner Manager as well. Let's say, yeah, exactly, Owner Manager CEO. It's pretty much it. And I want to reach people in the beauty industry, beauty salons. See, it's pretty simple, pretty intuitive. And in here you're gonna see to how many people your ads are gonna get into. Does this mean that you'll get to 2 million people a day? No. As you can see, you will not get to 2 million people a day. But this is how many people exist that that are under the details you gave Meta. It's pretty simple. Then on the placements, you're just gonna select in what platforms and what placements you want your ads to appear to. As I said, I don't put feeds and stories in the same ad sets, so I'll just disable audience network because I don't want it. And on placement controls, I'll just deselect stories, in-stream ads, and in here I'm gonna turn off Facebook Marketplace and Facebook notifications. It's pretty simple. Also, for some of you, this option may appear. You always want to disable this, otherwise you're gonna spend to placements that you didn't select, okay? Always disable this, is a must. And that's pretty simple. Now onto the ad setting. In here you can pretty much upload your creative, your copy, and you can just make your instant forms and your code and add your CTA. So if I want to upload a single image, I'll just select this, or a video, and if I want to upload a carousel, I'll just press this. Pretty simple. Let's go with single image. You will have this option that says multi-advertiser ads. What this does is show your ads next to other people's ads. If I open this up, I can show you better exactly what it does. See? If you're in Reels, you can show your ads like this, and if you're in your feed, your ads will show up next to other people's ads. I don't normally use this, but you can just test it out and see for yourself, but I usually turn it off. And in here, if you want to add an Insta form, you can just create one, and then add your intro, your questions. You also need to have a privacy policy, and on the ending, you can just add another option like chat on WhatsApp, call business, go to website, and a blue button will appear underneath it. It's pretty simple. Okay, let's just close this. So in here, you can upload your creative. Let's say I want to upload, I don't know, this creative. As you can see, I can adjust it, adjust the size, and I can pretty much like mess up with how my creative shows. This one is appearing vertical because I forgot to turn off this placement here. If I disable this search results, you will see that it only shows up to square one. Okay, let me just do it again. Exactly. Okay, next. Yeah, as you can see, now it only shows up in the square version. Then you'll have your primary text, which is a text that's gonna show up in your ad. Let's say I want to add in here. It's pretty much you have to really make a good text, because your creative is going to be like 80% of your ad, but your copy is also important, is the other 20%. So write a good text. Don't take your time. Don't just like write anything that comes to mind and just click publish. No, actually take your time and make a good copy. And your ad line, it's the thing is going to show up next to your button. Let's say I wanna say get more leads now. Get more leads now. It's gonna show up in here. Exactly. Then on your description, it's pretty much what's gonna show up on top. Or to add this, you can just add a little call to action like fill out the form. Fill out the form, for example. And it's gonna show up here. Now your call to action. One thing you have to know is that this call to action translates automatically. So if you want to run ads, let's say to Spain, this button is gonna appear in Spanish. So it's the literal translation. So keep that in mind. But I usually always select learn more, or send a message if I want people to send me a message, and that's pretty much it. Now, I usually disable all of this AI advancements. The AI optimizations, I always disable them. The only one that can actually be interesting is the comment one, the relevant comments. But I usually don't use it, and I'll just disable everything. So I just click this once, twice, and everything is disabled. It's pretty much it. And yeah, you're all set. Now you click publish and your ads will start running. Oh, but now I want to add the exact same ad set, but with a different creative. Do I need to do everything again? No, not really. You can just select here and press duplicate ad set, and you will have a new one with the exact same settings from the previous one, and you can just change your image here and just change your ad set name like this. It's pretty simple, and once you press publish, everything will go live and you can start getting your first leads. So now I'm going to give you the exact scripts I use when I do my outreach. I have two different scripts and they require two different courses of action. In the first one, I'll just tell them exactly everything in one message. I'll just tell them, good morning, I'm reaching out to you because I help detailers book more appointments every month using social media ads. I say detailers here, but you can just change it to whatever niche you want to outreach to. And I'll say right now I'm guaranteeing 10 booked appointments a month, or I work for free until we hit it. Thought I reach out to you to see if this could be a good fit for your business. So this one is actually been getting me good results, and I will keep using it. And the second one is I'll just send them a quick message to get them to reply, like, hey, I got a quick question, or hey, could I ask you a question? It's pretty simple. From there, they're going to tell you, hey, what's up, or how can we help you? And you just ask a question about their business. So let's say, are you taking more appointments this month, or are you fully booked out this month? And from there, they're going to tell you yes or no, and you're going to offer a solution. If they are not satisfied with the amount of appointments they have, you're just going to offer them a solution. It's pretty simple. In here, you can see I've been using it for a while and I've been getting results. So just try it for yourself and see if it works for you. The more volume you do, the more results you're going to get. It's pretty simple. So this is pretty much everything you need to know to start freelance brand scaling. But if you still have any questions or you just want to connect with like-minded people, I will leave a link in the comment section that gives you access to my free Discord community, in which I give free classes and pretty much answer all your questions there, and I'll give you free value to help you in your journey. So that was the video. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.